I am back. Okay, so I was looking at, so y'all know the February, and y'all, I'm sorry, I look rough this morning. I went and took my daughter to school, came home. I've not put myself together yet today, so forgive me. After this, I'm gonna get my shower. But I wanted to jump on real quick and say, so I had found this table runner to do in March, or to do in February for March. And she had all the fabric requirements, but then I didn't realize that the actual pattern you have to buy. So I wrote down all the fabric requirements, and we can figure out. It's not going to be hard. So I will read them off to y'all, but I'll also type them down in the description box for y'all. And I'm probably going to do my greens a little bit different. Okay, so the blocks finish at 4.5 inches square. You're going to make 14 9-patch blocks, which is the green and like your background, whatever like color background you want. You're going to cut 13 5-inch background squares. So out of your white background, you're going to need a half a yard of background. You're going to cut 2 5.5-inch strips, and then cut those 5-inch strips into 13 5-inch squares. Then you're going to cut 4 2-inch strips, and then you're going to subcut those 2-inch strips into 56 2-inch squares. And those 56 are going to go for your 9 patches, okay? Then this calls for 2 different greens. I'm going to do more, and then I'll kind of figure that out. So if you just want 2 greens that are different, so your first green fabric, which is going to be print A, you need 1/4 yard, and you're going to cut that into 3 2-inch strips, and then subcut those 2-inch strips into 56 2-inch squares. Okay, then your print B is going to be 1/3 of a yard, and this is the print that's going to include in the binding. You're going to cut 1 2-inch strip and then subcut that 2-inch strip into 14 2-inch squares. And only 14 because the way she did it was she had a little dot fabric, and that dot fabric goes in the middle of, like, you have the 2 greens, fabric A, and then you know how you have like the 5 on the dice? So the top and the bottom are one color, and then the middle is a different print. That's how she did hers. I'm probably gonna do it different. And then you're gonna cut 3 2.5-inch strips for your binding. Now, I am going to add how many green blocks I need, and then I'm just going to cut up some of my green fabric. I'm not going to buy 1/3 of a yard or 1/4 of a yard. I'm just going to go through all of my scraps, and I'm going to go through all of my green fabric, and I'm going to cut what I want out. That way, if I have enough green fabric to make those squares, I'm okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I know some people do like strip piecing to do the 9-inch. Mine's going to be very, very scrappy. I may even have different color greens. Hers, the greens matched, but they were different prints. She had 2 different. I'm doing it different. So, my greens may be different color greens, but it'll be what it is. And for your, because you need a half yard for background, I may buy some. I may find some with like a low volume background. I may do that. Something maybe like with like the 4-leaf clover, like on the, I need to see if Hush Hush has any like with a 4-leaf clover or something like that. And I'll probably do something similar to that for my low volume background. But that is the fabric requirements. Those are, let me get my English correct. Those are the fabric requirements for this little table runner. I am not sure how big it is. I mean, you can buy the pattern for $9 on Etsy, but size 40 inches by 13.5. She used batting as flannel. So the fabric, she used Lollipop Garden by Lila Boutique for Moda Fabrics. Background, she used Moda Solids. Batting was flannel. So it finishes out at 40 and 30, 13 and a half, which actually is a good size little table runner. So anyways, all you're doing is making 9 patches and then sewing those to your, let me kind of show y'all what, this is what it's going to look like. I can, if y'all want me to, I can put this down in the description box so you have the fabric requirements, or I can just type them in. It's whatever. I'm not buying the pattern. I mean, she gives you all the fabric requirements and you can figure it out. You're just making 9 patches and then sewing those 9 patches onto your squares. So anyways, I need to start getting busy finding on my green fabric. But I wanted to jump on here real quick and show you, this is what I was thinking about doing. I guess I'll go ahead and just type it into the description box for y'all. And then if y'all want a link, then I can always add the link. I just didn't want y'all to feel like y'all had to buy the pattern because I'm not buying it. I thought it was free when I looked it up because it said free, and then I looked back and now anyways, so like I said, there's what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. So there's 70 blocks. 70, I'm gonna write that down. 70 green. Which I guess if I added 56 and 14, that was 70. 70 green 2-inch squares. So I'm gonna pick out all of my green that I want to use, and then I'll divide that by 70 to see how many I need out of each color. But like I said, mine's really scrappy. I even have some little fat quarter bundles and fat 8s that I've not used that I will probably open the packaging up and grab them out, because sometimes I'm probably not going to use those all. Like I'm not going to use the line because I don't have very much and they're already kind of discontinued. So, because they came in my fat quarter, my sampler box, my sew sampler, and I'm just not going to use them. So I'll probably break open some of those and do that, cut up some pieces and start cutting. But I'm going to start looking for some background that I want to use. But I wanted to go ahead and get this video out for y'all so y'all can start thinking about background and the green print. So it shouldn't take very much. This will be a really easy block, or real easy table runner. I saw some other ones that looked a little bit, but I was like, I like the Irish chain. To me, it's just, you can leave it up more than just through St. Patrick's Day. You can leave it up all through March. So it's one of those to where it can kind of be for St. Patrick's Day, but you can leave it up later. So, but I wanted to get this out to y'all. That way when y'all get finished with January's, and don't forget that if you haven't yet, or if you're already on there, on my Facebook group, it's a Sweet Home Sewing - Lauren Young, just like the name on this YouTube channel. And go on there, and you'll answer just a couple of easy questions. Like I said, it's just to weed, spam accounts and stuff out. But once you do that, post those table runners. I want to see them. So if you're already on the Facebook post or Facebook group and you are working on the table runners, post those table runners. I want to see them. I've not forgotten about mine. I'm just waiting to get my machine back because there's no way I'm quilting on this machine. So It just doesn't have enough throat space. It's good for piecing, but no, I'm not doing quilting. So, and I'm probably going to take a square out of mine because it's way too big. I don't like it that big. I kind of wanted it smaller. So I'll probably seam rip a square out, and then with that square, I may add borders around it and do a, maybe a pillow, maybe, if I ever do it. Because I still have that pumpkin block that I did back in the fall that I was going to do a pillow out of, and I haven't. Those will be some of those things that when I get caught up on stuff, then I'll finish them. It's so bad. That, or I'll just make a quilt out of random blocks. Who knows? I have a pumpkin block here, a heart block here, a Christmas tree block, because I have that Christmas tree block that was supposed to be a wall hanging from the last pastry shop quilts subscription box they had. I have my Christmas tree. So I may just do these big random blocks and quilts. Who knows? It'll be like, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll do something with them. But I wanted to jump on here though and give you all the fabric requirements so y'all can start looking through your stuff. You can start thinking about what you want to do. If you want to just use 2 green fabrics, that's fine. Even if you just want to use 1, that's fine. I'm going to do several and do it scrappy. But that way y'all can kind of start getting everything going. I'm not, like I said, I'm not buying the pattern. I mean, she gives you the fabric requirements you need, and it's easy. You're just making 9 patches and then sewing the 9 patch to the 5-inch background, 5-inch background square. So it's not, you know. So anyways, I'm excited about this one. This will be a little bit more cutting as far as prep. And I don't have, I mean, I can show y'all the link, and if y'all want to buy the pattern, you can, but I'll be cutting for this on camera. If y'all want me to, I can cut. Y'all just let me know if y'all want me to cut for this, and I can record that. If not, then I'll just start sewing. I'll show y'all kind of how everything is laid out, and then I will start just making my little, and I'm just going to start sewing. I'll chain piece my little 9 patches. I'm just going to pick and pick and pick and make sure once I get my pairs together, I'll make sure there's none like too many matching, like touching, and then I'll go from there. This is going to be so scrappy and so just random that I'm not going to worry about placement or anything like that. Just make sure that 2 fabrics aren't touching each other. I mean, 2 fabrics can be in the same little 9-patch block. I don't care, just as long as they're not touching. So that's my thoughts. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible, and I love, love, love scrappy. I just need to find the background that I want, and I'll find that hopefully. So anyways, I will let y'all go. I am planning on, after a while, sometime today, sewing my block 8. I cannot believe we're already on block 8. I did sign up for the designer mystery block of the month, y'all. I ended up signing up for it. I sat there and I was like, you know what? I haven't signed up for anything else. I'm going to go ahead and sign up for this. I love Corey's fabric, and this has been really, really fun. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. You get so much fabric too from the, like every month you get all this fabric. And I never did find my bag from last night that I was looking for. I never found it. It's like disappeared. I have no idea what I did with it. So I'm like, maybe it'll come across somewhere someday. I don't know. I like it because it has what month it is and all that. But anyways, you have so much fabric that you're able to make another quilt almost out of it. So it's like, you know, it's worth it. I did end up signing up, of course, to get the finishing quilt, the finishing kit, and I also signed up to do the backing. I haven't done the backing for this designer mystery or my Strawberry Gardens, but I did do it for this one just because I love the fabric. So, anyways, so there's that. I don't think there wasn't a finishing kit for the Strawberry Garden block in that I hate this light. Y'all see what it blinking? I hate that thing. It's annoying. But anyways, I will go ahead and I will type all of this stuff down in the description box, the fabric requirements and all of that stuff. I will be starting to get this prepped the rest of this month. That way on the first, when is the first? Whenever the first is, I'll start putting these videos out for y'all. Just let me know, like I said, if y'all want me to do the cutting, because I can do the cutting online. Of course, mine's going to be a little different because I am doing it Scrappy. And then I'll do a little video of all the 9 patches. I probably won't sew all 9 patches on. I'll kind of do a video of how I'm doing them. And then once those are out, then I will cut the video, finish all of my 9 patches and press them, and then make another video of when I am actually assembling my 9 patches with my background squares, and do that, and then assembling those rows together. So because there's only 3 rows on each, because for the length of it there's only 3, so it alternates, you know, like a 9 patch background square, 9 patch, and then background square, 9 patch, background square. So it's really easy. But there'll be for sure 2 videos of sewing, and then the other video will be probably when it's all, like, the top is completed, and then I'll show that off, and then I will get that quilted and bound. And I have got to order one of those pens that is like water soluble or erases with heat. That way I can mark my lines on there. That way I can quilt it. So anyways, I will see y'all in the next video. Hopefully I'll have another one up this evening of sewing this designer mystery block of the month. I will write all of this down in the description box for y'all, so y'all have it. And I will see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.